Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we have an exciting one for you. We are diving into the world of home design. We're looking at a software today called Cedreo. It's for home builders, interior designers, and remodelers. And it's a very cool, very intuitive software. I'm excited to show you around. Now, if you're thinking, what is Cedreo? Well, it's a 2D, 3D software where we can create floor plans, visualizations, renders of interior and exterior of our home in just a few clicks. So let's dive in and you can get started for free today and I'll show you how. So if you use the link in the description or you just go to cedreo.com, it will bring you here and you can click get started for free. Now it's simply going to ask you for email or you can sign up with a Google account. So go ahead and do that. All right, so once you're in, it's going to bring you to this dashboard and here's where you're going to see all of your projects. We've got some news from the company that provides us with some updates and some other things, some new furnishings that they've added. And then if you have a team, it will show, if you have the enterprise level, it will show that on this side as well. So what we're going to do is go ahead and create our first project and we'll give it a name. You can give it a description if you want, and then we'll hit the check mark. All right, now here it brings us to an information page. And this is where, as we build out our home design, it's going to give us all kinds of information. It's going to populate things like the square footage. It's going to go down to each room and how big it is and give us our blueprints and then our renders. Okay, so now we come down here and we just click draw and it will load our workspace for us. All right, so here we are inside the drawing space. And as you can see, just from looking at it initially, it's very intuitive, right? It's laid out very well. It's got these nice big buttons with labels on them for people who are maybe using this for the first time. It's not intimidating. This top bar is laid out in the way that you would sort of step through the process, right? You've got your layout, then you're going to add your wall openings, and you're going to pop the roof on. It's thought about really nicely. So, all right, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put up our walls, right? So we just click on wall, and then we can grab our little mouse here, and we can click and drag, and then we've got our measurement tool that kind of follows us along, right? And then when you come back to being even with another wall, it gives you that little dotted line there. So it's really simple to just click and drag and walk things out. And then if you need to adjust something, you can just click on it, right? And over here we get a little information tab where we can change the height or the thickness. And then maybe we need to adjust this dimension here. It's just not quite right. Boom, we can do that. Okay. Now, so that's a very quick how to draw a floor plan, right? If you wanted to put in the partition wall, which is basically your interior walls, we can add something like that, right? And then it creates this new room. And then we can just click in here and we can rename this to bedroom 1. Call this our living space. Cool, right? Again, all of this information that we're doing here is going to be back in our information tab so we can have it like a full summary. Okay, so now we have our walls. So we've got height under ceiling. We can adjust this. Let's say we have 10-foot ceilings. That's about right. All right, so now we need to add some wall openings, right? So we walk over to our next tab and we have this catalog that comes up. And so we have all these different options to choose from: windows, doors, interior, exterior. I mean, if you can think of it, it's here. And that's one of the powerful things about this software. Let's go ahead and put in a front door here. Yeah, front door, back door, right? You name it, they've got it. So let's do Craftsman. Okay, so one thing to note on the free version, obviously you can see these locks. I mean, they have an insane amount of options to work with for different things, especially when you get into the interior stuff, different couches and beds and tables. It's pretty amazing. So on the free version, you get a few options to choose from just so you can try the software out. So if you just click on this and then we'll drag it to where we want it, and you can see the dimensions populating there that help you guide things where you want them, right? Right. And so this one's right in the center. And then we can come down here, we can change our installation depending on where it is on your stud and which direction it swings. Okay, so if we wanted to change swing direction instead of left to right, now it swings into the right. And if that size door wasn't exactly what you had, you can come over here and change the dimensions and the installation location. It's a good time to show you the 3D visualization. I don't know if you were paying attention to that in the upper right hand corner here, but as we're building this, we have a beautiful visualization using this little camera angle here, and you can just drag it around and kind of look at your building as it's coming up. And so that's pretty cool. You can kind of zoom in and really take a look at that door. So it's really neat. It's a fun way to be able to see what you're doing in the 2D space as you're doing it. All right, so we definitely need a couple of windows. That's a big window. Do one here. You can copy your dimensions and just add another one here. Look at that. How cool is that? Designing a little office space here with a little meeting room. All right, so now we've got our windows, we've got a door. So let's go to the next step and pop a roof on. This takes a little getting used to, especially if you're going to do this yourself and you're going to try to get all the slopes just correct. I've found this to be just a little bit challenging overall, but to be honest, if you just select like one of the options, multi-slope, gable, and then you just do automatic roof detection, and then it's saying, okay, well, this is where your roof goes. Yes, that's where my roof goes. The one thing that I've noticed is when you do the automatic, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, someone can put this in the comments, but it shrinks my walls for some reason. Never been able to figure that out. I have a base height here that I got to raise back up, and you can see the house kind of pops up with it though. So we'll bring that up to the 10 foot. So then we can adjust our angle a little bit, right? That's kind of 45 degrees is a bit steep. And then you can have an offset if you want. So you can get really creative. We can change our shingles if we want something a little bit different, and it changes the look of the house a little. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now we've got that. Now let's add, see, we want like a little walkway. We can make a little walkway here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now you can see here we've created a little walking path up to the door. Now if you wanted to add some softscape, we can come down here, put some grass with leaves in here, and it changes the softscape around. So pretty cool. Again, guys, you can get really crazy with this. We've got other different paths. You can make a driveway, a walkway, a free shape. You can add an embankment, retaining wall. So all sorts of stuff. Then we kind of get to the fun stuff, the interior. And I've found it, if you turn off your roof, makes it easier so you can see inside. So just come up here to show settings and do that. And then we can open up our catalog, and then we can add in all sorts of stuff. So, all right, so let's find a nice corner desk. Again, guys, it's like, we don't need, I mean, how many options do you need? This is just, it's incredible. A children desk. I mean, it's truly amazing. And then you can see how many options pull up with this. So let's pop this corner desk in here. Let's see where that's going to go. I like to click first to bring up the image, and then I have a better opportunity to see where it's going to land. And you can kind of clicks against the wall, and then you click and release it, and then you've got your desk in there. So with a desk, we need a chair. So let's go get an office chair. It's got to have wheels. This one looks pretty cool. So let's just click once, and then we get our visualization. We'll spin that puppy around, and we'll drag it to the desk right there. Click again, and now we've got our desk. One other thing I'd like to add here is just a place to sit. So let's find a nice modern looking sofa here. I'm not sure how big it's going to be. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Put that in our corner over here. And again, it has that nice snapping feature, right? So you're not like trying to just get the angle just right. It snaps into place. Put it against the wall. Look at that. And that's one cool looking office. So guys, you can see just how easy it is to do this. I'm definitely not a pro, and it took me just a few minutes to kind of click around and learn. I encourage you guys to go and try this. It is a great, fantastic software. They've done a really good job. If you click over to plan details, this is basically where we can see our floor plan now with the furniture installed, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now I want to share this with my friends, right? This is really cool. Look what I did. Let's add a background. I actually like the countryside. This is going to like take a picture. So you got to make sure that you have everything on that you want. And then we can adjust up here, we can adjust our camera a little bit, our angle, and where we want it to be, right? So I kind of want this office in there with the front, just like that. You can choose full HD or regular HD. And again, with the free plan, it gives you, I think you get like 5 of these to do. So all you have to do is hit ask for rendering, and it makes it look, more realistic. You can also load in your own background if like you had a picture of where this is going to go. Let's say you had a picture of your lot or something with a beautiful view. You could put that in here and then render out your new home. And they also have another suggestion you could do, just if you were, trying to highlight a new layout, how you wanted to lay out your furniture a different way. You can take the roof back off and then just render out the interior. All right, so here it is. Let's display it. So cool, guys, right? I mean, the grass looks real. It's really a cool thing to be able to say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to build. This is going to be my new office in my backyard. And then the last thing I wanted to discuss was the pricing. So I mentioned that you can get this for free, but if we come to the website, it gives us an idea of what it would cost if you wanted access to their whole suite of furnishings and materials. So for personal, it's so you could do it per project if you wanted. Let's say you were like, I'm only going to use this once. I've got this big project coming up. I want to do this for my next house that I'm building. Perfect. They have that for you. You can do one project with all of the things, and that's $119. And then if not, you were like, you knew that you were going to be doing this for a bunch of different clients. They also have a pro version, which is very reasonably priced, in my opinion, for this powerful of software. And so that gives you basically, the only limit is on the renderings per month, but again, that resets. So really cool. So I'm excited about this, guys. I hope you are too. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments and what you guys are using this for. I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, take care and we'll see you in the next one.